And we're live. So we are live here for live stream 261. We've had the tariff news overnight. That's added quite a bit of volatility to these markets. Unfortunately for me, it seems the market is going to trend. And that being the case, I am going to be having difficulties. My strategy performs best in markets that are not trending. Interestingly enough, let's have a look here. So it's saying I could take a long here on NQ. Let's take it. Let's take this long on NQ. So there's a lot of risk here. 47.25 is a stop. 47.25. 76.50. $137. $137. 102.75. Maybe this is asking too much of these markets. So we've had the tariff news, and that's why the markets have sold off as much as they have. The current range on NQ, we're looking at, let's go see what it is, 388.25. This market could sell off a lot more than this. Over on ES, we're looking at 66.25. Again, that could sell off a lot more. Range on gold is at 48.3. So we'll see. We'll certainly see. I'm not very confident in taking. We had the trend sell-off on Friday. And we do have a catalyst here with the tariff news for a potential trend sell-off as well. So this looks like it may be another losing day for me. We're looking at from a market perspective. You know what? You know, I'm taking it off. I'm going to take it off there. I'm going to take it off there and I'll just wait. I do think I may have come to the market a little bit early here. Again, the target we're looking at would be 102.75. That would have been where the first target was. 102. Let's put it at 103. So we're going to go designated target here. Designated target 102.75. And the other designated target would be all the way up at 137. $137. It seems like I should have stayed in. Who knows? So the other designated target will be up at 137. Oh, wow. There we go. Through that 102.75. Wow. So I got out there at 71. And if you see there, could have been well on my way to that 100K goal. But I did think with the potential tariff news that we could trend a lot more into this open here. And hence the reason why I've decided to take it off there and not completely follow the plan. So, I'm just going to have to accept that. Wow, up to the 120s, the 124s, 25s. Goodness me, would have been 12 points away from that target there. Would have been well on the way up to the 100K target. So we've run into this moving average here. So very interesting. Because certainly would have been out half the contracts. Let's just see. Let's go look out. Let's go have a look. Really don't want to start trading P&L. So with me theorizing that it is a potential trend day lower with the tariff news, let's see. We'll be looking for a short in around this moving average here. Let's go see. Where did we get out? Oh my word, we got out at 70. Huh. Goodness me. $32.5 points. Very interesting. So it would be a short here. Divide by 2. 16.5. So we'll move down to 71. So if we can get down to the 70 here, we certainly 172.25. Oh my word. Ah, goodness me. $156.50. Oh my word. What am I doing? Ha. Completely didn't follow the rules. Tried to short it there. $78.50. $47.25. 47.25. Yeah, I'm gonna suffer a big loss over an NQ. I should actually be in a long, but I thought I could get the short off the moving average there. Came down into the 70s, but there we are, through that 137 where the original target was. Yeah, I'm gonna suffer a big loss here. Goodness me. Should just stick to the plan. You see, I stuck to the plan on ES, and at least that's going towards target, but the annoyance of getting out of this trade made me think, oh, I'm going to short it all the way back down to that 71. And nope, Mark had other ideas. It's 56.50. Ah, goodness me. So we've realized 39, which we're going to give up, and we're going to lose 69, which means we're going to lose 30. Goodness me. Ah, goodness me. I've got the most risk on over here on our friends at NQ. So certainly would prefer to get to target there, even if I'm stopped out over here. In a strange way, oh goodness me, it's going to give me another long signal over on NQ. Goodness me. In a strange way, being stopped out over here would be a good thing. Hold on a sec. Oh my word, I got a long on gold. Looking for 150.8. Oh, there's that signal. An additional long signal over on our friends at NQ. Goodness me. I got a long signal over on ES as well. Looking for the 83.50s. 83.50. 55s. Hold on, that's not right. What was it? Treble 5. Golly. Okay, so 50.8, 41.7, 41.7 on our friends over at Gold. 41.7. Ah, goodness me. Living in hope right now. Does not look good. See, that's just not good. So you're going to lose 69. Big avoidable loss. Big avoidable loss. Big avoidable loss. See, it's building the flag for the next leg up towards that 200. Our friends over at Gold seem to be heading towards its target. Oh, we've got the 200 between us and our target over on Gold. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see there being a way where I don't get stopped out on NQ here. Just looks too bullish. What kind of rookie mistake is this? Like, you went back against the strategy that's been working. It would have worked there. 102 would have got the 37. Golly. There we go. Stopped out there. Goodness me. Totally avoidable. Totally avoidable. Target filled there. Goodness me. Here comes. Oh my word, I would have hit my target already today. If this gets up to, what's that, 73.50? If NQ gets up to 73.50, I would have hit the target on the day if I would have just stuck with this primary strategy rather than trying to short it. Goodness me. I'm not even in the mood to celebrate the wins at the moment. 83.50. I'm not even in the mood. Golly, I'm not in the mood. Jeez Louise. That's why you stick to the plan. Totally avoidable. What did I lose there? I essentially lost 70 there. Mm. Oh my word. Oh my word. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Totally avoidable. Unbelievable. And this just stems from FOMO. Closing early, they are not following the plan, having it hit target, then deciding because it's hit target and still looks bullish, I want to take the short. Didn't come down to the target I was looking for. Hit the second target from the entry down here, only to then watch it. Okay, so we've got up to 150 here on gold. Looks like I'm going to be at these charts a lot longer then. Looks like I'm going to be at these charts a lot longer. I certainly avoided a couple of losing trades at the open. So we've run into the 200 across both the ES and... We're running into 200 on the NQ. About to get a long signal here on ES. Decided to take it. Stops down at 64. Oh, got a long signal over on NQ. $86.75. $86.75. 204.50. 204.50. 19,096. 19,096. Oh, about to get a signal here on gold. Add. Just added on the gold there. 152.7. 152.7. 144.8. 144.8. Oh, of course. This is where it's going to turn around. Oh, of course, of course, of course. Running to the 200, now we turn around. Well, it's the 200 under VWAP. So, running to 200 there on the gold. So, one major mistake could end up turning what could have been a pretty quick, easy green day into a red day. Small margins. Margins are small. We'll see. Yeah, we could potentially 30. Let's see. We'll see. We do have the trade tariff thing going on. So, let's see. So, potentially pick up 32 if we get to target there. An average price of 72.10. That's another 25. So, maybe up to nearly 50. Maybe. If you can get to target in all three, Certainly would think we'd be at 50, but having difficulties around this 200 and the VO up here. Doesn't look good at the moment. Certainly would like to take some of the risk off the table here on our friends at gold and bottom right. Still having difficulties here. It's not a good sign. Someone's not interested in this. We're going through the 200 here, so maybe we'll see the selling continue here. Selling that we saw coming into the open. Maybe we'll see it continue. Again, having difficulties around the 200 over on our friends at gold. Maybe this is the pullback they wanted to get short up to the 200. Look how easily, look how easily this is slicing through to the downside. Looks like I'm about to be stopped out over there on ES. Just got the signal long. 71.50. How ironic. How ironic is that? On 90.50. 190. So a day that could have ended pretty quickly. Turning into a bit of a nightmare at the moment. Seems I'm about to be stopped out over here on ES. No, this isn't working, but okay. Looks like the buyers have run out of energy. Maybe this trade tariff news is going to set in. Yeah. No, this is going lower, I think. Yeah, look how easily this is moving to the downside. There we go. About to be stopped out over there. One big mistake. Order filled. What order was that? Okay. Stopped out there on our friends at gold. So down 51. Goodness me. Here comes the selling. Yeah, great. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Again, we're looking at the realized. So if we get to the realized down 100, we are ending the day. Here we go. Trust gold to be selling off at the same time. Here we go. $100 points off the highs. Goodness me. About to be stopped out here on NQ. Everything's selling off. Goodness me. You can see unrealized we're down over 90 there. This rally doesn't mean anything. It's just a relief rally before it continues lower. Stopped out there. Got 74. Yeah, this is going down to make new lows. The thing is, I thought the gold would have been the savior. I guess not. Oh my word. Just got along on ES. Looking for 71. With a stop down at 53.50. Yeah, I don't think this ES is going to save us. I think this wants to go make new lows on the day. With a brief relief rally, took out these highs, these pre-market highs here. Now it probably wants to go down and make new lows. Who knows? Let's try and stick with the plan this time. See how costly it was before. Turn what should have been a pretty short day, maybe about 20 minutes, into what's going to be a losing day. So I need a rally here up to 71 on ES. Very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. See, the rally here to that 71 is going to require the market to get through the 200 and the VWAP. Can't see that happening. If anything, this trade tariff news wants to make new lows in the range expansion on the day. See that rally fail there? Got the wick. Yeah. So we'll keep our friends over at ES on the right hand side of the screen. About to get a long setup in our friends over at NQ. 5 seconds to go. Long. Again, once we get realized over 100, we're going to end the day. Looking at 106. $24.50. About to get a signal long on gold. Long there on gold. 149.3. 149. 149.3. 140.9. 140.9. NQ. Golly. Oh my gosh, how close have we come? We got to 103.50. The target's at 103, 106. 106 what? It's at 106. What have we got here? 106.25 for. Let's make it 106. We got to 103. Goodness me, how close did we come over on our friends at ES? 107. So that's 70, 52 ticks away at 71.
Target filled.
Target filled. What was that? That was over on our friends at ES. Yeah, still a long way to go. Still a long way to go over there. 49.3. Because we still realized minus 78. So this would certainly help a little bit. 103 again. 103.50. So 103.50 was the previous highs. 105s we got 2. So we're 4 ticks away. Target filled over there, taking us down to 55. So we're out of NQ. Just got ES and gold. Can we get to the 83.50? Who knows? Certainly would like to get to the 49.3 here on gold. Take some of that risk off. Target filled there on gold. We're down to 52. Still a long ways to go. Up at that 150.8. Still a long way to go. One mistake today. One major mistake. Cost me so much. So we've got this 200 here. Came down into this view up on gold. Found support. Seeing that continued rally here to the upside on our friends over at ES. So that's potentially 20. Let's see. Seems like we want to get target filled over there on our friends at ES. Let's have a look over at gold. Target filled over there on gold. So we only down 15. We should be finished for the day, but we continue to trade. So managed to get ourselves back to a big down 15. I'm going to celebrate. Just going to celebrate.
We're winning.
Okay, so I'm going to take this as a bit of a soft reset. Managed to get myself down 15. Ideally we're down 0, but I'll take it as a soft reset 1 hour after the market's opened here. What I'm going to do now is, let's think about this. So we've been here for about 45 minutes and all we've done is tread water because of that major mistake. So let's have a look here. This is what we pretty much did. We were up 39. Should have been up over pretty close to 100. Drew down because of that major mistake. All the way down minus 78. Pretty close towards where we would close out the day. Currently we are down 15. So now we wait. Now we've seen the move that we wanted to see earlier on gold. The move we wanted to see earlier on gold before we were stopped out. It's finally okay. So I suppose we should take into account the fact that we do have the 200 came in, pulled back from the 200 like $6 or so before seeing this leg up. You know what? I'm not even going to second guess it. I was thinking whether I should make adjustments based on the 200, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the plan, stick with the risk, and stick with the targets. So, ironically enough, ES has gotten into a place where we could start looking for shorts. But, big but here, NQ has not been that fortunate. Instead, we've ran into that 200 and the VWAP, and we're seeing selling again. Golly. And now I've got about 30 seconds to make a decision on our friends over at NQ. Whether you're going to take the double rejection of the 200 and the VWAP, or whether you're going to buy the dip. Are you going to buy the dip? Gonna buy the dip. Gonna buy the dip as per the rules. Looking for a move down to 19,062. 19,062. 196.75. 196.75. Oh my word, it looks like I'm going to get conflicting signals across ES and NQ, which is something I don't like. Ideally, I'd like both to be trading in the same direction. We do have the factors that point to a lower NQ here. The fact that we've come into the 200, which is this black line, and the VWAP, which is this blue line. We've rejected it twice. So that we have those factors. We do have the tariff news. But rules are rules, right? So, funnily enough, I've got a short over on ES. Short taken. Looking for 91.75. $91.75. Move down to 65. Funnily enough, while that's doing that, our friends over at NQ are suggesting that there may possibly be an addition coming here. Maybe an addition coming. So It's not all smooth sailing. So I need this to close bear. I needed this to close bearish. Hold on a sec. We may still get an opportunity. Let's keep an eye out here. Nope. Has not closed low enough for an additional 25 position. So we'll stay on the sidelines and wait. Funnily enough, our friends over at ES are suggesting a potential add to the short. But we'll wait over there as well. Certainly I'm a fan of this risk reward here on our friends over at NQ. But we do have the headwinds that could potentially stifle a trade. So let's see, we've got 14 seconds to go. Let's go have a look at ES. Seems like it's going to give us an additional add. Ideally would have liked to have added higher. Let's see if we can get some buying here. Yeah, take that. I'll take that right there for the addition. 91.75. Oh wow, that's exactly where the previous stop was. That's interesting. And this one is at 68. There we go. So we got a 68 down there. Let's see what this wants to do here. Funnily enough, our friends over at NQ are suggesting, oh goodness me, another buy. You know what? Follow the rules. Follow the rules. Just added. $59.50. 59.50. 180.25. 180.25. So this could be a very costly trade, but we're going to follow the rules. Despite we're being a bit cautious because we're not a fan of the fact that we are buying into an area, buying into that 200 and the VO up. We'll follow the rules here. Not following the rules earlier has been very costly and time consuming because we are still at these charts when we should have pretty much wrapped up all the trading for the day. So we'll stick with our strategy here. So much risk on. I definitely would prefer to hit targets over on NQ rather than ES. Certainly that would be the preferred way of doing things, but take what the market gives us. So we're short at 79. So we're potentially risking 50 there. We'll pick up about 25 if we were to get both targets over here. Somewhat offsetting losses over here. So, oh, hold on a second here. Seems our friends over at Gold is giving us a long. Bad entry. 57. Ideally would want to have got it a bit lower. Ideally would have taken it lower, 149.9. 149.9. Hmm. Okay, so we got offsetting positions in ES and NQ. Ideal world would hit target on both, but I somehow don't think that's going to happen. And ES down at 65 would certainly suggest an NQ below the 60s. We'll see. Keeping an eye here on our friends over at gold. Seeing if the opportunity presents itself to add to the position. And in the context of this trade at the moment, certainly. Hold on. We'll be losing 20, 50, 70. Well, it will be a net positive, but it won't be great if we were to get to target on here and stop over here. It would not be great because the average price of 79 with a stop out of 91.75. Certainly would offset some of the profits, but it's still a positive actually. Now look at it. Certainly going to target on both of these over here. Of course, the risk is going to stop here and then this turning around. That risk still remains. Got to the 55.9 there. Looking for the move up to 57, so 11 ticks away or so. So we've run into that VWAP, seeing selling there at the 55, taking us down to the 35s. So this 200 and VWAP continue to be a bit of a headwind for our NQ position. Over on ES, we don't have those issues. We are above the VWAP and the 200. Seem to be putting a higher low here, around the 71s. Interesting stuff. So let's go keep an eye on gold. Gold is getting okay. So we've bought into an area that could potentially be a resistance. Interesting. So from this area, we did see a fair bit of selling there. 24.9, 249 ticks. That's a lot of selling there. So it's not surprising we're having difficulties breaking out of this area. May have sellers just hanging around in there. After that, we're looking at this area up here at the 160s. Just trying to split the area in two by taking the 157s. The designated target here. Seeing the move higher on our friends over at ES. Ideally, would like NQ to follow suit rather than continue to have difficulties over here. You know what? There is, so again, we got the selling from the 167 down to the 55. It's got 100 points worth of selling here on our friends over at NQ. Hoping we do get a bit of a divergence here where we get buying across NQ, bringing us in alignment with our friends over at ES. That's certainly helped the cause. So surprisingly enough, I haven't even got alerts set out there at 180.25 where I've got some of my orders, and I've got 196.75, essentially 197, 196.75. Looks like we're poised for a breakout here on gold. Let's go see if we can go pick up this 157. 3,157. Let's see if we can put this in the bank. 3 ticks away. 2 ticks. Hit the level. Fantastic. Down to being only down 8. Let's celebrate.
We're winning.
Let's go keep an eye on our friends. So, had a bit of a fight there to get to the VWAP, suggesting the difficulties there suggest there are still some sellers that are not a fan of this this market going higher. Of course, unrealized we are in the positive, but as I've said earlier today, I've looked at that, close a trade early that would have worked out, and ended up making a series of bad trades since. So as you can expect it, so we got a bit of a triple top here into that VWAP 200. Maybe this will be the time the market sells off, breaks new lows, and the tariff really start kicking in. Surprisingly enough, our friends over at Gold are suggesting that they may be interested in taking another long here. Just going to keep an eye on our friends over at Gold, just in case. So we'll put NQ in the bottom right. We're going to put our gold chart on the main chart here, just in case our friends would like to give us an opportunity to buy. Seems like that's going to be the case here. Oh, come on. Fill up. Oh, what's going on? Come on, gold. Oh, goodness me. Yeah. That's the thing with gold. Golly. Come on, gold. Fantastic. 51.9. Oh, wow. This might be a quick stop at 51.9. 58.1. 58.1. I'm going to keep gold in the bottom right. Now I'm going to move NQ to the main chart. Seems like we may be in line for a quick stop out here on gold. We'll see. Looking for the target of at 58.1, 158.1 over on our friends at gold. We'll see. Interestingly enough, we found a series of buyers around our entry point here on NQ. Similar scenario over here in the top right we have on ES. We've come back into this area that we've pulled back from, retested, broke the highs, and buyers have seemed to have come in around that 71 again. Let's get ES on the main chart. So 71. Yep, so into this 71, seeing buyers step in till we can break out of these highs up at the 70s here on our friends over at NQ. Can't really count our chickens. Certainly won't be doing that. Do find it interesting that the sellers weren't able to drive off the using the 200 and the VWAP as a bit of a cliff to just drag the market, make new lows, and range expand to the downside. Their ability seems to be limited at the moment, but I'm not going to count the bears out. We can see there they were able to drag the market down 100 points. On this attempt, it was not. I don't think it was anywhere near 100 points actually. Only were able to do it 73 points. Interesting. So over here, we were to do 112. Here they did 73. So we've seen a contraction here. Probably poised for a breakout of some kind. With the positions I have on, I'd certainly prefer a breakout to the upside, but it may not be the case. Are the bears waning in their influence by not being able to drag the market lower We'll see. We'll certainly see, but not going to be counting them out. Never underestimate an opponent. Okay, that's interesting. Bottom right, we're seeing some buying here on our friends over at gold. Let's see if we can hold the 53s intact. Having difficulties there around that 200. Came up, tested that VU up, had difficulties there around that 153 over here in the middle chart on NQ. Middle slight of left chart here. So this area of selling continues to hold. Fundamentals were somewhat bearish with the tariff news. But then again, the tariff news has been telegraphed for a while, so I would have thought it would be priced into the market, the April 2nd tariffs. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. So we've got up to the 56.7, 56.8, bottom right here on our friends over at gold. Seeing gold go to the upside. Who knows, maybe this will suggest equities going to the downside. 56.9. Maybe the selling is going to come in here. Buying across the gold. Selling across the equities. Let's go have a look at the gold chart. Just in case he wants to break out and give us this 58.1. Starting to see the roll a little bit here. Oh, looks like the sellers have come back a little bit. Starting to threaten to roll over on NQ. Threatening a roll. So what we got, probably got some stops seen down there at 50, at 91. Would they want to get those stops before going higher? Or would they want to clear the entire all the way down to through the 50s? Certainly I'd prefer to get the gold off the table. Running into that 57, finding difficulties here. Finding difficulty sustaining momentum above the 56s here, 56.2s, these previous highs. Let's see what this market wants to do here. Going to stay patient. Going to move NQ to the bottom right hand chart. Yep, there we are. Running to that 200. Still having difficulties here. In reality, we've got a high, a lower high. This could be a third lower high here. With gold threatening to break out. It's not really a great look. We'll follow the rules. Can we just break from this 57.1 it seems? Okay, what's the time? It's 11 a.m. Eastern. So, the top of the hour, let's see. Buyers or sellers going to come into this market. Top of the hour. Seeing some buyers at the moment here on our friends over at NQ and ES. Top of the hour buying. There we go. I guess the algos have been switched on. So, NQ moving to main chart. Gold moving to the bottom right. Let's see. Retested the highs there. It's not deterred our friends over. Oh, here we go. Wow. Nice strong move there. Into the 70s. Got the first lot of orders sitting at the 80.25. Unfortunately, our friends over at what's this instrument now? Our friends over at ES having some difficulties. Want to see a sustained breakout here. We've got into that level above the 68s. I'd like to see us go back, make a new high above the 75.50s here. There we go. Really punish those sellers if they're still there. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I don't see this getting to that 96.75 if I get into stop over here. Gonna have to accept that. Certainly willing to do that. Oh, come on. Come on. Ideal world. Get to the target there. Turn around. Get to the target. Stand there. Turn around. Don't think that's gonna happen though. So sellers are still hanging around there into the 60s. Not great. Could be a bit of a false breakout here. Thing is, our friends over at ES look pretty strong. What's going on here? Having some difficulties over on the bottom right hand side of the chart in our friends over at gold. Certainly would like to see our friends over at gold perform a lot better. Let's see. So that breakout kind of got slowed there up to 67. 67, you're looking at about 13 points away. 13 points isn't much for NQ, but we're into an area that we could see sellers. Okay. May be interested in. No, friends over at gold are having some difficulties at the moment. We'll keep the main chart on our friends over at NQ. Let's see if they're more compliant. 77, 3 points away. Still having, of course, we've got a short over here at the top right in our friends at ES. Got to 78, 2 points away, 2.25 points away. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh, man. The difficulty. The difficulty. Come on. Why would you do that? Ugh. I guess we must continue to wait here. Got to 78, 2.25 points away for pulling back. Certainly would prefer to have taken the 25 contracts off there at the 80.25 for a pullback. Take some of this risk off the table. In so doing, would have banked about 34. Banked about 34, taking us positive. Now we wait. Friends over gold not performing too well at the moment, so you can see we're starting to pull back down to break even here on gold. Keep an eye on our friends over at NQ. Ideally would like to have picked that up. Oh no, come on. It's actually going to give me a long signal. Golly. How good would that have been? Pick that up at 80.25, then get a long signal to go long, potentially picking up this, and oh my word, that would have been fantastic. Certainly would have offset some of the losses over here on ES. But the opportunity is not there, so you got to stay patient here. You certainly got to stay patient. 12 seconds to go. It's about to give the long signal, but I can't take it because I'm in 2 lots of contracts. Golly. Ah, there's that signal. There would have been the signal to add to the position if I'd have got taken out there. Well. Gold isn't looking too smart at the moment. It's now a case of whether I can survive this potential pullback in our friends over at gold. I was looking to take a break away from the charts at some point here. But the opportunities are presenting themselves so quick after one another that I've not been able to get away. Oh, come on. The misalignment is caning me at the moment, because we've got this pretty much at these highs, whereas this is all the way down there, 63, about 15 points away. Goodness me. Not what I want to see. Certainly not. Goodness me. And certainly a target being hit over here on gold would help with the offset of the loss over here on the ES in the top right. So currently still having this misalignment. See, the alignment still not correct. Greater relative weakness. Yeah. The absolute thing about it is both instruments are on a different trajectory. Here we go. Yeah. Up to 89.75, up to 90, up to 79 over here. Target filled there on our friends over at NQ. About to be stopped out over here. Our friends over at ES. So realize we're at 24. Goodness me, what's going on here? Are we going to get the long opportunity that we so desired? And I'll tell you what. Yeah. Friends over at gold aren't looking too smart at the moment. Seeming like it's going to be a stop out. Just wait for it. So we're at 24. At one point we're down 78 after almost ending the day after 20 minutes. So it's been a real roller coaster. It's been a real roller coaster. The goal remains in place at 100K. Wow. Seems like I may get the opportunity to add to this NQ position. Let's stay engaged here. Let's certainly stay engaged. As we're seeing this selling in our friends over at NQNES, we are seeing buying in gold. Maybe we'll be able to get to our target at 58.1 here over in our friends over at gold. Okay, so the opportunity is about to present itself. I'm taking it right there. Just added to that. Just added to the position there. Well, it's a new trade, but let's see. We're looking at, hold on. 82. 82 is a stop on this trade. 80. Come on. We got to get it right. It has to be 82. Not one tick more. 82. And the target. Let's see what the target is. 98.50. Slightly above the previous target. 98.50. There we are. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So we're both 43 unrealized, but again, We only pay attention to this number here, the realized. Now, if we were to get to target over here and get to stop, that would definitely be something I'll be interested in. Because certainly got a lot of risk on over here. And it would more than offset the potential loss over here. Now this over entry. Stop being at 82. 82. Is that really correct? Yeah, 19,082. Gotta accept it. Okay, so let's go have a look at our friends over at gold. We haven't had a look at gold in a while. So we got to 57.6, which is 5 ticks away. Let's see. We're going to switch the bottom right hand chart over to NQ. And we're going to keep center left here. We're going to have our gold chart. It seems like he wants to go up to target here. 6 ticks away. We've also got in the top right, we've also got our friends over at ES, which are not being friendly at the moment. Oh, wow. Look at that spike right there. All the way up to the 62s. So we can celebrate. The gold is off the table. Let's go. Where is it? Ah, there it is.
We're winning.
The only thing I could think there is... Hold on. Oh, hold on. Gold. So we've got our NQ on the main chart here, center left. We've got our friends over at ES. A spike like that. I wonder if some sort of news has come out. It's a lot of volume actually. We're looking at 1,560 in our friends over at gold. On that breakout, I wonder if it was like a breakout of a level. It was a breakout to new higher day, was it? Yeah. New breakout to higher day. They went and grabbed that level. Fair play to them. Good work. Unfortunately, seeing selling over here. So maybe whatever has drove this to new highs is going to drive this to new lows. Unfortunately, most of our risk here is on. Most of our risk is on the NQ, especially in comparison to it with the ES. Stops certainly closer than the targets over here on ES. This area that we've derided for so long, this 200 VWAP confluence, may decide to strike back here. May decide to strike back. False breakout and then yank. False breakout of the level. Get buyers interested, thinking we're going to go to the pre-market highs up at 930s and then just yank this market lower. And we'll see. We'll certainly see. Currently realized 31. We're about 69 away from our goals. Our goal being plus 100 today. Certainly will remain patient. Due to the recent performance of gold, we are starting to look for short opportunities on gold, which may seem a bit odd considering the fact that we've broken out to new highs and new highs in the day. So if we have a look at gold on the daily chart, we can see there We are at new all-time highs. If we go down to the execution chart, we can see we've broken out to new highs today. So we are trading in uncharted territory, new highs, new highs, especially new all-time highs and new highs on the day. But the system is saying to look for shorts. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, it seems it's about to give us one as well. How ironic. So we continue to wait here to be stopped on the ES or the NQ. Can't imagine two things are going to be true here. Waiting for the short opportunities on the close of this candle. Short. So we've just taken a short right there in our friends over at gold, 163.7. And we are looking at taking it down to 55.2. Again, we could continue to break out here and start to give back some of our profits, or the market could be compliant and start to sell back into the 55s. We'll see. We'll certainly see here. We can see unrealized we just hit 49. We're going to keep gold in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. We're going to go back to NQ center left. Oh, that's very odd. That's a very odd candle, that is, right there on NQ. We closed at 55 and we gapped open down at 45. What in the world? What sort of gap is that for NQ? That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. There's like a 10-point gap. That is absolutely maddening. What in the world is going on? That is absolutely crazy. A gap down of that nature. Were the sellers that aggressive? Anyway. Still early days, but our friends over at gold slightly in favor at the moment. Nothing to, call home about. Let's see. So we've got a 98.50. Let's make sure we put some alerts in there. So we're up to 54 there, unrealized. Again, our main focus is this realized P&L, because all these trades can turn around at any moment. Any moment. Due to the greater volatility in NQ, we are certainly seeing that offset the losses being incurred, unrealized losses being incurred in ES. Certainly seeing more selling here in our friends over at gold, bottom right. Let's see if we can get this 55.2 off the table. See, we just hit 57 there at the peak. Once we're up to 66.75 over on NQ. So let's see here. Down to 57.3. Any moment this could turn around and continue to trend to the upside. We don't know. Up to 60 unrealized. Certainly down, what's that, 25 on at the moment where we are, and our friends at ES. Oh wow, more selling there. Bottom right hand corner of the screen on gold or GC. Got all the way down to the 56.8. Let's see if we're going to take back this entire bullish breakout candle. Looking to move through the 56.6. The actual low of the candle's down at 56.4. Seeing a continued move to the upside here. do expect to soon possibly be stopped out on our friends over at ES for a loss somewhere around that 30 mark, because we've seen 25 when the market was about there at 88.75. So three further points. Here we are. Seems that we are going for that breakout there and that stop out. So 91.75 is a stopped out right there. Realize that loss there on our friends over at ES, taking us our realized P&L negative down $466 from the fact that we were up 31. So essentially we lost 31 on that trade over there on our friends at ES. Funnily enough, we are about to get another short here. We got another short right there. So seeing the move to the upside there. NQ's bottom right. Gold is on the main chart. Gold is just set up for an additional add stop up at 62.3. 62.3. 62.3. Where's the target on this? 54.7. 54.7. Okay, so we've got some additional ads there. Seeing the breakout here. Come on. Up to the 90s. Looking to get to targets here. Come on. How high did we go there? 94.75. Target filled. Target filled. Two more contracts. Two more contracts here. We're up to 74 realized. Two more contracts. Can we get the two more? Target filled. 77. We're going to celebrate that.
We're winning.
So we're up to 77 after being, what were we? We were down like, what was it? 78? Unrealized we were down over 100. So, okay, so we're still looking for short trades in ES, despite the fact that it's breaking out. And of course, we've got two lots of 25 in our friends over at gold. Up through the 200s there. Nice work. Let's see if we can get down to this 55. Start take some of these contracts off in our friends over at gold. Let's see what he wants to do here. Of course, zero guarantees of success. As I usually say, course unrealized we're above 81. Doesn't mean anything. All we're focusing on is this 77. So at present we are 23 away from our target. Yeah, about 23 away. If we were to get to our targets here on gold, we would certainly be fairly close to our plus 100 target today. It would be fairly close. But zero guarantees of success, as I usually say. Our friends here at gold could turn around, stop us out, bring us further away from our target, bring us back down to the 50s. Seeing continued buying there through the 220s. Let's go keep a look at this. Wow. Really seeing this fly. Okay. Very interesting. There's the pre-market highs here. Oh, we got up to 270s. Wow. Ain't that something? Yeah, the 270s. Interesting stuff. Very interesting. Wow. Yeah, look at gold. Can't read much into it. Could find buyers at any moment. Got this moving average here sitting at 56. Certainly could be a hindrance towards progress here. Let's see what this market wants to do here. We got our 56. We've got a 56.1. Multiple confluences around this 56 here. See, we're up to the 92 unrealized, but again, our focus is the 77. This market could find support anywhere along here and go rally to the upside and stop us out, bring us further away from our target. So we're certainly not going to count our chickens before they hatch. Ironically enough, our friends over at still looking for shorts over on our friends at ES. Certainly heading into that direction over at NQ. Just need a further move to the upside before it sets up to the start looking for short trades. We came pretty low there. Wonder what the lows were. Let's see. 55.5 and I've got 55.2. So that was 3 ticks away from that first lot of 25 contracts. Target filled right there. We're up to 88. So up to 88. And it got down to 54.9. So we're 2 ticks away. 2 ticks away from being filled on our second lot of contracts. Currently realized 88. There we go. One contract filled. 24 contracts remaining. 18 contracts remaining. 14 contracts remaining. Golly. Can we just fill them all? So we're up to 93. Target filled. We're up to 99,822. So let's celebrate. We're winning. So, goodness me, we are less than $200 away from our daily goal of 100. Okay. Oh, goodness me. So, the stream isn't even that long. It's only an hour and 38 minutes. If anyone's out there is watching, like the video. I'm not sure if anyone's watching, but it's kind of ironic considering the fact that if I'd have followed the plan, I'd have ended trading well over an hour ago. So what I'm going to do is, of course, continue to follow the plan here. And if I do get the trade, that gives me the realized over 100. Hopefully be able to end the day. I really need to take a break though. Not complaining, but I've not even had breakfast, and the current time is 4:29 my local time. So 4:29 my local time. It's 11:29 in New York. So now we wait. Thing is, if I'd have known it had been so close, I'd probably would have thought about cheating a little bit, moving the target down a little bit further, just so I could end the day. But you got to follow the rules. Didn't follow the rules earlier, and it was pretty costly. Almost ended the day red. I suppose that still remains a possibility, as I have not hit the daily goal. So I could still end up giving back all the profits and ending the day down on the down. So there's no guarantees of success. Goodness me, look at that. All the way down to the 200 period bottom right here in gold. Bottom right hand side of the screen. All the way down to 200. Seeing a similar move over there. Oh, so that is a gold chart. Ironic. So, let's see. We've got multiple confluences here. We've got the VWAP 50, 200. Let's see. I need to make like a or like a bit of a GIF. Let's see. How could I make a GIF? No, it's not the time. Now it's not the time to step away. So close to the daily goal. Oh wow. Oh wow, I'm about to get a short setup on both ES and NQ. Goodness me. Short. Okay. 230. Oh, hold on. 237.75. Hold on. Let's see. 237.75. 237. 601.25. 81.75. Let's see. 142.75. 142.75. 601.25. 237.75. Let's make sure we get this right. 237.75. Of course, I could have closed the positions there as soon as I went above the target of the 100k. Of course, seems likely that I'm going to give back some profits here as the market trends to the upside as it continues a breakout. We'll see. So bottom right, seeing that continued selling there on our friends over at gold. Do, 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 do. 601.25. 37.75. 42.75. Okay. We did say it's the realized P&L that counts, so yeah. I guess we are going to be giving back. How charitable. How charitable of me. Giving back profits. Yeah, this is coming for those highs. Mm. You see, certainly now, not closing the trade early, not following my rules in that instance, certainly feeling a bit when the markets briefly pulled back across the two instruments. But I said I was going to follow the rules, so let's see what the market brings me today. Yeah, this certainly seems like he wants to go higher. Certainly would like to break out. The bears struggle to send it lower, so it's not surprising. Here we go. About to be stopped at top right in our friends over at ES. At 99, stops at 601.25. Yeah, this is going to blast through that. Get all the way up to at least the 603s, I think. This is going to take out the 34s. Then get to that stop as well. Here we go. Stopped across both, down to 70. Down to 70, so gave back 20 right there. Gave back 20. Which isn't too much, but it certainly is a little bit disappointing being so close to my goal, less than 200. And okay, let's have a look on the day. Let's see what the ranges are. So current range is 388.25. Still same range on NQ. Over on ES is 68.25. Certainly there's room there as well. And the VIX, while it did start the day pretty high, it's coming back into normal range here. We were looking at a VIX that was up 14%. It's coming back within. So it's only up at 3% at the moment. Seeing the continued move higher here. We did say there's a potential for the market to get all the way up to the 270s over on our friends at NQ. Certainly seeing that push there through the 203, 603s over on our friends at ES in the top right corner of the screen. Mm. 10 points above my highs. Seems I'm about to get another short. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, come on. Don't sell. Don't sell. Come on. Golly. Anyway. Late. Oh, I got a sell over there on ES as well. There we go. 59.50 over on ENQ. 59. $59.50. We're looking at 606.75. 606.75. 91.25. 91.25. 193. 193. Oh, hold on. I got a short on gold. 146. Hold on. 151.3. 151.3. Looking for 146.8. 146.8. Mm. Seems I'm about to get an ad here. Just waiting to see how we're going to close here. There we go. Just added. Added on in queue. That's at 270. Oh, hold on. There's an ad over on gold. 51.4. 51. $51.4. Looking for 47. Yep, looking for 47. So if we can get down to target on both the ES and the NQ, we'll certainly be at our target for the day. Not sure that's going to happen though. This market seems like it wants to continue to go higher. Unrelenting buying. We'll stick to the plan. We'll certainly stick to the plan. Nothing that suggests that this is going to pull back, especially the ES. ES to looking at that 606.75 top right here. Nothing suggests we won't get there. Okay, Gold seems to be heading towards target here. I'm going to switch out the bottom right to NQ so we can watch gold on the main chart, center left. Target's filled there on our friends over at gold. Let's celebrate. We're winning. So we're up to 81. Now we've just got to watch our friends get stopped out on NQ and ES and end up giving back some of the same profits we just made. So we're about 19 away. There's nothing up there that suggests this is going to sell off. So, yeah, I'm giving back all this profit. It is what it is. It is what it is. Here we go. Top right, about to be stopped out. Stopped out there. Stopped out in a portion over here as well. Down to 57. So we're stopped out over there on ES as we continue to move higher. Stopped out in half the position over on NQ. So we are, what are we? 43 away? Yeah, 43. Oh my. We've in fact got a short over on our friends at gold. Goodness me. Oh my word, come on. Ugh, that is horrible. Golly. Looking for 144.1. 144. Oh, come on. 144.1. 51.4. 51.4. Horrible fail. Come on. Oh, of course. Stop me out. Only to then sell off. Oh well. Down to 56. Zero guarantees of success. Let's see. If we were to pick up this 96, we would certainly be back on the way towards that goal. We said 44.1. 44.1. Fun alert there. Seems I'm about to get some signals to add to the position here. Let's just wait. See what this market wants to do here. May get the signals across both NQ and DS. So Gotta stay patient here. Just in case. Gotta stay patient. Got to stay patient. 14 seconds to go. Okay. Short. Short. Huh? What? What in the world? Why is it? I put market orders in? Anyway. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's crashed. What in the world? Fruit Loops and Lakes, mate. 203. Yeah, 203. This chart over here is not working, so let's see. $203. Yeah, 203. And the target would have been 94.75 on ES on that most recent entry. I swear, if this does not... oh my fucking word. What in the... oh my word. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Why is this froze? Oh, Fruit Loops, mate. Fruit Loops. Golly. The thing is, we're coming to this low here. We could see buying from that 915s. Yeah, from the 914, sorry. We could see buying all the way back up. Because we got down to the 13s. What is this? I think Unrealized I saw was up at 85. I don't understand this. Where's this place the orders? Oh, it's flipping frozen as well. Looks like, yep, the buyers have come back in down at 914. Golly. Oh, should be getting stopped out here on our friends at gold. Hold on, why am I not in 2 contracts on gold? Oh, this is frozen. Oh my. Ugh. Technology. So this is frozen. Can I do anything over here? Hold on. Where's the ATM? Oh my word. The ATM's not there. $150.2. Oh my word. We get to 150.2. I'm going to buy market. On one lot of the contracts. Can I not place an order? Why is the ATM's not working? Buy stop. This thing, I tell you. 45.4.
Order submitted.
I don't even know what to do with this because this is completely frozen. Oh my word. Well, this looks like it's going to be stopped out. Didn't even break these lows, but came down, consolidated, it's going the other way. About to be stopped out here. This thing's still frozen. Oh, Fruit Loops, man. Oh my word. This fucking thing, man, I tell ya. So at the moment, I'm battling a frozen charts. So what am I going to do? Well, if... Oh, what the hell was that? Okay. If my PN... Hold on. Can I... Is my PNL working? Oh, it is. Total PNL is working. So what I'm going to do because of this technology issue is if I can get above, let's say 106, I'm just going to flatten everything. Hopefully I'll be able to get out of this market. and I'll walk away, because these frozen charts, I can't do anything with it. So I'm looking to target the 106, and if I can't get it, then I'll flatten everything, because price is coming down to that first target of the 203s, which were the level on NQ that I was looking for the first lot of 25 contracts to be taken off. So we've just hit the 203. So that should have realized. Okay, so it's realized. That means that the order's at least working, even though the charts have completely crashed. The other lot I was looking at was down to that 91.25 over on our friend's target field over there. What was that? That might have been over on ES. So we're up to 78, and we've got a target down at 93 over on NQ, up to 97 there. So we're looking for that 106 if we can get it. Let's see what we can do here. 99. Hopefully we can get down to that 93 over on ES. Sorry, ES, NQ. Oh, goodness me. Again, just watching the total here up to 100, 102, 3. Come on. Come on. So if I can see that 106, then looking to take. Looking to take off the table here. We've gone down to 99, so what is that, 6 points away? 19,099. Up to 103. 103 again. Can we get 104s? Nope. New candle. Again, we've found some support there at 19,200. I'm having to look at a different chart because this is frozen. Oh my word. Target filled. Which one was that? Oh, flatten. 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 We've realized over 100, so that's the reason I've flattened. I haven't waited on this gold in the bottom right here. So the gold, we're looking at 45.4 and I think 44.1. But we're seeing, let's see. Oh, hold on, let's get my other charts over to you that I've been using, because so we're looking at, what was it, 45.4? Looking at 45.4 and 44.1, I believe. So let me get another chart over so you guys can see, because the main charts have frozen, hence the reason why I've had to use another chart off screen. So we're looking at the 203s, which were hit, and the 193s for the remaining contracts, which were hit. Over on our friends at ES, I had one down at 91, I believe. And that clearly was hit. Cleared out there. And gold. I'll tell you what the alerts will tell me. 45.4. So 45.4, that was hit. And I believe I've got another one. Let's see. I got another one in there somewhere down 44.1 or something. But again, that would have fair value to the P&L if I would have been able to hold. But the rules state, once I've realized over 100, I flatten everything, and that's pretty much what I did. It's just unfortunate that, see, I'm keep clicking on this chart. It's frozen. and so I couldn't completely manage the trades how I'd like, but it is what it is. It is what it is. What I'll do is I'll bring up my trade performance. Hopefully that works. Okay, so this is a trade performance because I'm going to end the stream because I'm quite annoyed at the moment. So we can see here, I managed to get 39, closing the trade early. Would have actually resulted in me ending the day pretty quickly. Took a series of bad trades. Drew down as low as minus 78. At that point, I thought I'd be ending the day red. Managed to get myself back up in terms of P&L to 32. Went negative slightly on a losing trade. As you can see, back up to 99. Thought about ending there, but because it wasn't a 100k goal, decided to continue to trade. From there, drew down to, I think it was into the 50s, down to 57 at the lows. Finally, we're going to end the day here at the highs at 104.748. Over on the summary page, we can see here total gains, total losses, a hell of a lot in commissions, profit factor not quite 2, just 1.48. Accuracy is 88%. Average win to average loss, poor ratio right there. Largest win to largest loss, again another poor ratio. Time in the market, slightly more than usual at 14 minutes. So what I'll do is I will certainly end the stream there, especially with these frozen charts, as I've hit my daily goal of 100k. So if you've watched the video, like the video. Thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.
We're winning.
Hold on, he's saying I got 50 working cells. Where the hell do I have 50 working cells? Hold on a second here. Let's go to the control center. Close all positions, yeah? Yeah.